Hey, good morning.
Good morning. So do you like the fact that the video plays first, or do you like to say good morning first and have the video play second?
Right.
These are the curious things I'm thinking of this morning.
This is only our second time on Wave, so we were like, is it working? We don't know. But
Yes, because you have two options, but one of the options is to play the video right away. So I don't know. I find this interesting. So how are you?
Good. So I'm excited because this is the second week we're using Wave, and it worked really well last week. And
Yeah.
for those of you who joined us last week, we did tell you we're trying this out. We usually do StreamYard, but now we are on Wave, and we like it.
You know what? Love it.
Yeah.
I like all the options. I like the ease of use. And actually, most third-party software will only allow you to post to like 3 platforms.
Right.
And you can't do 2 under the same program. So
Right.
you couldn't do 2 different Facebooks or 2 different LinkedIns. But this one, I can post to 16 if I wanted to.
Which is crazy, right?
Which I love, yeah.
So that alone makes it worthwhile. Like there are third parties that let you post, but then you have to go and use all that code stuff that is way too complicated for most people. So this is a great option. And Stacy discovered some live channels that we haven't even used yet. So we're going to use them soon.
Really cool. Because when you set up destinations, I literally was talking to her yesterday and went, what is this? I'd never seen this particular channel before. So we will let you know next week what that's all about.
Yeah.
But we have our city in the background. We're together. You don't get the cool bubbles this week.
No.
But that's okay. Because if I go to bubbles, then it just shows one of it. And that's just silly.
Yeah.
But we do like Wave. So big shout out to Wave. Just joined their Facebook group. It's fantastic information. They've been great. Just trying to make their platform better and just reaching out to their people and saying, how do we make it better? And I like that.
Like good for them. There's a lot of software, as you guys know, we try. And then a couple of years later, it just disappears. Maybe even 6 months later after you buy it, it disappears. But these guys have actually gotten progressively better and are adding more and more and more, which you just don't really see all the time. Sometimes, in the beginning, everyone's excited and they do really well. And then sales stop or they get slow. And then they just go, oh, we'll just move on to something else. But these guys have just kept ramping it up, and good for you guys. Congratulations.
Which is awesome. So we are good morning with my shake instead of my coffee.
Yeah. So this is a big week because it's summer school for us. So our Global Impact Accelerator students started yesterday. And today we are live with them in the study lounge and then a live Q&A. So it's really exciting because we have a whole lot of new people to meet today.
Yeah, which is really exciting. We obviously know who they are. They've come into our community. We know what they do, which is really fun. But to actually kind of meet them, chat with them and stuff like that today. And I think that's what I love about summer school. I know our Global Impact Accelerator programs open all year, and we do have people that come in, sort of various times throughout the year.
Yeah.
But when we do this sort of 8-week run, whether it's in the summer or in the fall, we run it a couple of times. We really get to interact with them. They get to ask us questions. We get to learn a little bit more of what they do. So I think that's what I love about summer school more than when I love it when people join. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah. Anytime. And you can still join if you're just seeing this. Go ahead and go to joingia.com and you can go ahead and join summer school. You haven't missed anything because some people haven't watched anything yet and they're just starting today.
Exactly.
So lots of time. But it's a lot of people we've talked to as well have said, we're going to join in the fall. We want to just, relax through summer, which is great.
Yeah.
But then other people go, well, here's an opportunity this summer where I'm a little slower and I can really drill down and work on my business. So,
and we have our previous students. So anybody that joins at any time throughout the year or from previous years, we have people who did summer school last year that are coming back this year because they just want to relook at it, make sure they didn't miss anything. And more importantly, they get to add value to the new students.
Yeah.
So they get to kind of embark what they've learned or their experience and their opinion because they know so much more now. So when the new person goes, well, what do you think about that? I love seeing the existing students pipe in and be like, you know what? Actually, this is really good. And we're like, wow.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, we're so proud.
Yeah. It's great. And it's great to just watch everything they've done. and where, the training has taken them, and so many different avenues, people that are actually selling product, physical product, people that are selling services. So lots of different ideas. And sometimes what's really cool is you might, as a student, you might be selling a service, and then you might get an idea from somebody that you can do an ad on to just expand and scale your business, which is really exciting. So,
and we've seen collaborations happen. Some of our previous students have come in to be speakers in our summit.
Yeah.
So it's been a really cool journey, really great program. So it starts today, which we're really, well, actually it started yesterday. Sorry.
Yeah. So
our study lunch and Q&A is today.
So if you're somebody that doesn't really want to interact, but you want the business, you want to understand, how to increase your business, how to scale it, then, by all means join it. You don't have to go live. It is just strictly an option to do hot seats and everything else. So if you're into it, cool. If not, feel free to learn at your own pace. So we started GIA, and that was our focus for the last month or so. And now we're kind of transitioning in because we told you a little bit about our summit, which is 5 Days to Fabulous, and it's in the forest. So it is 35 plus speakers, or I should say instructors, because the difference again in our summit is there's no interviews. You're actually going to have immersive workshops with each and every one of the speakers. So, and it's all free. So,
which is very cool.
Very cool. So it is 5 Days to Fabulous.
It is.
And you can go ahead and sign up now so that you make sure that you're going to be able to be ready, scheduled in for when we go ahead and go live. And that's at the end of August, third week of August. So what's really exciting is we've divided it into 5 different days, obviously anywhere from, physical well-being, then into the mental and emotional, spiritual, personal development, business, and also, your next steps, how to take everything and really use that to feel better, whether it's, to feel better for yourself, to feel better for your business. And we're using the healing powers of nature. So great time to be out there, immersed in nature. And don't worry, because you don't have to have a forest. Because
no forest required.
You can just sit from the comfort of your home, and you will still have that experience. But there's so many different people coming on.
I think I'm fascinated by, we sort of put it out sort of simply, you know, if you could spend one glorious day in the forest, what would you do? And the wide variety of people that kind of took that, looked at it and thought, I would do this.
Yeah.
And the range and the where they're from. It is literally, and I cannot express, literally all over the world. From one end to the other. So it's a very much of a global summit. So I'm really excited. Some of them I was like, does this even fit? And then I kind of read the description. I go, wow, you know what? Really creative ways to figure out what they would do. Some that are, what I would have considered obvious ones. And then I've also reached out to some people that I know who I think would be a really good fit. And, because as we know, not everybody sees everything on social media.
Right.
So I've reached out to a few people, and they're like, wow, like that sounds really exciting. And it's not just people from, the typical wellness industries. I think one of the girls I was talking to yesterday was like a bird watcher from, I don't even know where she was from in the world. I can't even remember. So really interesting ways to enjoy it. So I'm really excited about this one. I think it's a great time. Even though we're coming, it's sort of 3/4 of the way through the summer, but what a great way to just get in a great headspace, still use the nature and propel yourself forward for September.
Yeah, and it's all free. So again, the difference with these courses, which is, actionable. They're actionable because you're actually immersed in the class. You are sitting there taking a workshop or a class with the instructor, which is very cool. So you'll be able to enjoy what it feels like, as opposed to most summits. And we are guilty of it because we've had summits in the past, and I've been a speaker on a lot of summits, and it's always interview style, which is fine. It works and you get information, but let's face it, you have a tendency of fast forwarding if it's a recorded, or clicking off if the conversation isn't exactly going where you want to go. But when you're actually experiencing a class, it makes all the difference, because someone can talk about what they do, but you're going to actually feel it, taste it. You're going to be able to be there with them and understand what they do. So absolutely come join us. And again, the summit is free. And if you're out there and you're a speaker or an instructor that has something that you know would fit, and you want to be out there and help others, then please go ahead and either DM us or just message us somehow. You know all our social media handles. So message us somehow and let us know that you are interested in participating, because you know what? If we have 40, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. And you know what? Exactly. And we've had a lot of really great responses. Like I said, really great speaker submissions. We actually looked at them not yesterday, the day before, and sort of figured out where each day, each one of them fit. And you know what? Really great balance of everything. So yeah, absolutely. Is there space for more people? 110%.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're looking forward to receiving even more submissions, getting them every day, which is fun.
Yeah.
Which is fun.
Yeah. So, you know, speaking of outside,
I believe we were.
We just watched a show last night called The Lake on Prime. And, I love pop culture and I love to put it out there. And it's interesting for us because it actually takes place in Canada, in cottage country.
Yeah, Northern Ontario.
But it's Amazon Prime, so obviously it's appealing. And there's the actors and actresses that everyone knows in the series, but it's really interesting because it's kind of out there.
Well, I think what I loved about the fact that we like the show is the fact that we weren't really sure if we would like the show.
Right.
So we went into it like, do you want to watch this?
Yeah.
Like, is it just for like teenagers? Like, are we going to actually play?
Yeah, because I thought it was going to be a teenage show.
Yeah, because it was like on a lake and you see like young love and all of that kind of stuff. Really not interested. So we press play and we're watching it. We both start laughing and we're like, oh,
yeah,
this is so much better than I thought.
Yeah. It's always nice when you're surprised, especially shows that are only, 30 minutes in length. So you can finish the whole season in basically a long movie kind of time frame. So really great show. We wanted to shout it out because I thought it was interesting that it wasn't kind of covered as being a different country. They're using very Canadian lingo. Yep. So they're at the cottage as opposed to their summer home or their cabin.
Yep.
So it's just interesting to see that.
And they throw in enough Canadians so that it's Canadian. Yeah. They even had some Bryan Adams playing in the background. One of the episodes, it was like, well done.
So it's funny. We never, we didn't know where it took place. We had no idea.
But for those who are not in Canada, still really good. It's not too Canadian.
No, it's not.
There's just enough that if you are Canadian, some of the references and see kind of some of the scenery and stuff like that. But I mean, it is there's no focus on Canada at all. It's like parent stuff and it's culture stuff and it's
just funny.
Interesting.
It's just funny. And congrats to those actors because they've done a terrific job on it. It was, again, a pleasant surprise when you actually click something and you go, oh my God, this is a lot funnier than I expected. And sometimes you just need a show that makes you laugh, right?
Yeah, it's just no remnants of reality. Because sometimes when you watch the news or you watch documentaries or you watch some of that stuff and you're like feeling very heavy, it's kind of nice to kind of go, someone watch something completely different.
Exactly. And so last night it was great. Watched it. Then I went back and my usual routine. I had to look after some people and then went to sleep early and then of course got up at 2, wide awake. So I was just, scrolling and doing stuff. And I was thinking, what do you guys need from us? That's what I was thinking. GIA is set. You guys know what we do. It's a great program for raising your visibility, for raising your status, to have people know what you do, to create a wait list of clients so people really understand you and can beeline.
Growth,
and that's GIA.
that stuff, yeah.
We Stacy has a great singular program that's based on, designing your ultimate profile system. We do speaking training, we do podcasting, we do all of this. And now we're moving into, taking that and going, okay, how can I feel better as well? How can I look after myself so my business will grow? And that's what the summit is.
Very important to do both.
So the question is, what do you want? What do you want from us? We would love you to DM us and say, I'm struggling with my business here. Or, I'd really like to learn, whatever it is. Whatever it is, what is it that you think you need? I focus on strategy. Stacy focuses on production implementation. And so with those two, we got you covered.
I feel like I need a superhero name, Implementor.
There you go. So that's just my question to you. You can help us out because I just feel like it's time to say, okay, what else do you want? We would love to do it. We have a little bit of time here, and rather than just continue doing what we're doing, which is fantastic, we just want to make sure that we've covered all the bases for you. So if you could really get some training on something. So I have a certification program for coaches. To learn,
you do? That's right.
Yeah, learn how to be a business coach or a life coach. And we were thinking about it yesterday. Should we offer a new session for it? Because we don't really promote it that much. It comes through a lot of my personal clients, right? One-on-one clients, our clients on our mastermind days, our VIP days. A lot of people, that's where they work on it. There is a whole program that you can get certified in coaching. So, we just want to put it out there.
I really like that. The one thing I like about the coaching program is the planner and I think it's a Trello board. I can't remember what program you used, but literally keeping track of clients, keeping track of leads, keeping track of who you've talked to,
scripts,
bringing them through scripts. There's so much in that program, which is fantastic.
So I'm just thinking, should we launch a school in September? Because as I said, you can purchase the program on its own and you can go on your own pace, but should we do a GIA style 8-week program so that we can take you through coaching? So if you're kind of right now thinking about being a coach, or maybe you are already a coach, but you just don't have enough clients, you don't know why, then it might be the perfect program for you. Anyway, just put it out there.
Yeah, because I think you do need some training. I think a lot of people sort of self-identify as a coach because there's people that they help in certain ways. But when you can actually take what you do, put it into different frameworks, putting it into sort of coaching packages and a flow and a system that you can use, that's where a coaching certification, I think, really brings you benefit, which is another thing that you take them through. So it's a great one. I've been through it.
So if anyone else has any ideas, feel free, as I said.
All right, put below. We'll put a couple of links below as well, and
a lot of links
we'll put some stuff down there for you, and I'll make sure that I put the contact us as well, so that you can just quickly go in and go, you know what, I want to learn about this.
Yeah,
which is really cool. So yeah, we can do a lot of things. So we do also have. I just wanted to talk about our community for a second.
Yay,
because I love it. Yeah. So I get really giddy and excited when things really work the way I think they could work, and the program is built the way that makes sense in my brain. Because there's a lot of programs and I can muddle my way through, but when I'm constantly having to go, it kind of pushes me over the edge. So this one I really, really like. So if you go to, I'll put another link just because today is full of links.
Yeah.
Link day. If you go to 2apples.co, I want to make sure I have the extension right. It is.
Yep.
2apples.co. You will see 3 different communities. So we actually have 3 different brands that we've sort of put under our own umbrella, and we've called it 2 apples because 2 apples is better than 1.
An apple is our mothership.
An apple a day keeps the doctor away. How do you like them apples? See, I could go on.
God, don't start.
But anyway, so our community is called that, and it basically houses our 3 brands, which is Mastermind City, and then under that, of course, is our Global Impact Accelerator program, our 417, which of course is our summit, and our summit attendees and our summit speakers each have their own individual groups to be able to communicate with. We're actually going to be going live in that group later today for our GIA students. Which is really cool. And then the third brand that we don't talk about very much, but it is still under that umbrella. And I guess because we're like the assistants to that brand. I guess. So it's not our brand. So it is the brand of Spencer Chapel, and that is One Red Lipstick. Right. So we are her supporters in that particular brand. So we've brought that brand into the community as well. And that's all about women empowerment, really helping them understand and see success stories. We've done a lot of different things with One Red Lipstick. We've done One Red Lipstick Live. We've done video series.
A book.
There's a book, a documentary. Products. We've got a One Red Lipstick, which is really cool. And I think that particular brand's really sexy. So we were having conversations yesterday about, what do we do with those, with that group. And so we brought that under our brand as well. So that's sort of the 3 segments. So if you go to twoapples.co, you will see all 3 of those there, and you can join one, you can join all 3. If you join one, you can join the others right in the community. And it's really great because as soon as you come in, the onboarding process is actually very interesting. The way that the program itself is called Heartbeat. So that's what you'll see on the front end. And they bring you through a really cool onboarding process. I'm not be able to speak today. So basically you introduce yourself, here's what I do. This is how I help people. This is a little bit of my bio. Here's all my social media links. Here's my website. And it builds a directory so that you can find other people and people can find you, which is really cool. And it's social media-ish. So very intuitive, comment, interact under different threads and different conversation pieces.
And it has all the missing pieces that every other software we've tried didn't have. So this is as close to perfect what we wanted as it gets. So, for those of you on the journey with us, we were on Mighty Networks. That was our last one.
Yeah.
And we were on Mighty Networks for a while, and we really wanted it to work for us because we thought it had huge potential. But it's very confusing, and we are trying to keep it simple for everybody. So this is really simple, and it also gives us the ability to do everything we want, which we couldn't really do in Mighty Networks or some of the other ones that we've used as well. We've used a lot, but it's nice to finally say, I think we're going to stay here.
I really like it. I like the fact that there's an app that you can use. So you just have to download the app and boom, everything's right there. And the notifications are fantastic. Somebody did a post, someone commented, more information is there. You've got the browser, which gives you everything. And then there's also a desktop app as well. So they give you absolutely everything to be able to communicate with.
Yeah. And a lot of people, I know some of you who are new and listening today are saying, well, why don't you just use Facebook groups, which we always did in the past. And we purposely, decided about 2 years ago that we wanted to move away from it because there are so many people that are not on Facebook. Yeah. And we didn't think it was fair to our students. So we really wanted to look for a community for our students, not just for building a group. So we decided that, Facebook probably wasn't the best place. And it's interesting to me when, for example, you might be in a software or a company, right, that has their own community, but when you hit, within their programs, but when you join their community, they're still in Facebook, which doesn't look so good. So we wanted to make sure that, we are absolutely sticking to what we said we would. And we want somewhere where every one of our students can go without having to worry about being on some social media platform. If you come to our community, it's our community, period.
Yeah.
So you're not being exposed to anything else. Your stuff isn't shared. It's just within your community. So we really like that. And I think we're going to stick with it. And Facebook groups are great for what they are. They're just not exactly what we're looking for.
Well, and like you said, it's not fair to the people that are not on Facebook.
Yeah.
And that's the feedback that we had. We're like, that's great that that you have a Facebook group, but I'll never go.
Right.
So if there's any information that you're sharing with students, can you let me know separately?
Right.
Well, that's not fair. So, and then I also there is a lot of privacy stuff. I mean, I know people can take screenshots and stuff like that. But within Facebook, sometimes people share out and it's just way too easy to leave and get distracted.
And there's a lot of people that are scared of Facebook.
There's just people who don't like Facebook.
Yeah, they think it's, you're just feeding into too much.
And there's a lot of scams out there, and there's a lot of hacking.
Yeah. So
happening.
With ours, it's just, as we said, it's just our community. That's it. Nobody else. So it's smaller and more intimate. And so again, you'll find our students there mainly.
Yeah, exactly. Students or anybody else that wants to join, because what we're going to start to do within the Mastermind City, as you know, Mastermind City is the business brand.
Yeah.
So we're going to start doing different trainings there. We're going to hop in a little bit on the tech side and let you know what softwares are out there, because we're going to add Wave to our resource page because we're loving it so much.
Yeah.
So you know what? Maybe what I'm going to do is do a little tutorial on how to go live with Wave, because I think that would be very helpful on setting everything up on the back end. So maybe I'll do a little Tech City and put that in there, and some trainings. We used to do Master at Mondays, so we're going to do that as well. We're going to bring back some of those business training, all within the Mastermind City community. So if you're out there and you want to be part of it, just go to the twoapples.co and click join Mastermind City. Exactly. And you want more holistic, more information about the forest and what we have going on there. But like I said, you can join it all.
Yeah.
Just join one of them. And then once you come through the beginning part of it, there's a thread called Start Here. And there's a button for each community so that you can join.
Yeah.
So it's really fun. I'm excited.
So we'll be sharing some screenshots and sharing things about how we're doing as the week goes by, just to keep you guys informed, because we do know a lot of you are thinking about starting your own communities, and you've asked us a lot of questions about
we've tried them all.
every single software we've used. So again, we wanted the other ones we've used to work. They just weren't working for us. They might work for you.
Yeah.
So we would still promote, like, we know you might come to us and go, well, I'd like to try this. What do you think? And for what you need, it might be perfect.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
And there's a lot of people that use Mighty Networks as an example, and it works for them. It just didn't, and that was simply
Tribe, Circle, all of them.
Yeah, Tribe.
Tried them all.
Yeah, Circle, same thing. I really tried with Circle.
Yeah,
I really did.
This one is just very cool.
Yeah, we're very happy. So anyway, all right. So we've covered a lot. So all the links are below.
Yep.
This one, and you have yourself a great